Hopper and Friends by Amy Bess. Meet Hopper Bunny. He just moved to a new house in a different part of the forest so that he could be closer to his grandma. Although Hopper loved Grandma and was happy he would be seeing her a lot more often, he was worried about making new friends. Grandma Bunny assured him that the other forest animals would love him. Hopper hoped she was right. On Hopper's first morning in his new house, Grandma Bunny came by with some fresh baked carrot muffins for breakfast. "Thank you, Grandma," cried Hopper. Grandma smiled. "After we eat, I'll give you a tour of the forest and introduce you to the other animals," she said. "I hope they like me," Hopper said nervously. "Don't be silly," said Grandma. "Of course they will." After breakfast, Grandma and Hopper were on their way. It wasn't long before they came across a pretty little squirrel who was in her front yard using her bushy tail to paint a picture on canvas. Grandma introduced her to Hopper. "This is Shannon Squirrel," she said. "Shannon, meet my grandson Hopper." "Nice to meet you, Hopper," said Shannon. "I'm always looking for new friends. I think you'll love living here. Everyone is so friendly." Hopper liked Shannon right away. She made him feel at home, especially when she offered to join Grandma and Hopper on their tour. "This is my friend Ricky Robin's house," Shannon announced, stopping in front of a tree. From a nest near the top of the tree fluttered a happy-looking little robin. "I'm Ricky," he cried after Grandma and Shannon had introduced Hopper, "and I have a feeling we're all going to be great pals." His words made Hopper smile. He was already beginning to feel silly that he'd ever worried about making friends. Ricky came along on their tour, and Hopper felt like he'd known Ricky and Shannon forever. As they headed through the woods, they talked and laughed. "You were right, Grandma," Hopper whispered. "They do like me." "I told you so," she whispered back. "And there are still plenty more animals to meet." "I need to stop at the market," Grandma announced then. "I think this will be the perfect time for Hopper to meet Fiona." "Who's Fiona?" asked Hopper. "She owns the grocery store," said Ricky. "You'll like her." Before long, they came to Fiona Fox's grocery store. "Fiona's groceries are the freshest and the best," bubbled Shannon, "and Fiona's really nice, too." "Hello," a cheery voice sang out just then. They all turned to see Fiona Fox. Grandma, Shannon, and Ricky were all so excited to introduce Hopper that Hopper felt like a celebrity. "Welcome, Hopper," exclaimed Fiona. "I hope you will enjoy shopping at my grocery store." She gave him a special sheet of coupons. "Thanks," exclaimed Hopper. "I'm sure I will. Boy, everyone was so nice around here." Shannon had been right about that. After Grandma had bought a few groceries, the four continued on to Brandon's Badger's Bakery. "Who wants a treat?" asked Grandma. "I do," shouted Hopper, Shannon, and Ricky at once. They thanked Grandma and each picked a pastry from the pastry case. But before Grandma could pay, Brandon Badger stopped her. "No need to do that," he cried cheerfully. Turning to Hopper, Brandon added, "Since you're new in town, I thought I'd treat you and your grandma and your new friends to a pastry of your choice." Everyone thanked Brandon and gobbled up their sweet treats. "This is so nice of you," Hopper told Brandon. "Don't mention it," said Brandon. "I'm always happy to meet new animals." By this time, Hopper was bouncing around excitedly. Making friends in this part of the woods was as easy as 1, 2, 3. Shannon had been right about something else. He really was going to love living here. Their last stop of the day was Freddie Frog's newsstand, where Grandma always brought her a paper. Is this the grandson you told me about?" Freddie asked her. "Sure is," replied Grandma. Freddie beamed. "Welcome, Hopper. How about a free newspaper?" Hopper thanked Freddie. He felt like the luckiest bunny in the world. He had certainly come to the right place to make new friends. He mentioned this later to Grandma after they'd gone back to the house alone. "I'm very fortunate to live in such a friendly place," Grandma replied, pouring tea for the both of them. "But you have to take some of the credit yourself." "What do you mean?" asked Hopper. Grandma smiled. What I mean is, you're a very friendly bunny yourself. Any animal would have to be crazy not to want to be your friend. Hopper felt warm all over, and not just because of the tea. The next evening, Hopper was surprised to hear his doorbell ring. When he answered, he found Shannon, Ricky, Fiona, Brandon, and Freddie crowded onto his front porch. Brandon held a plate of pastries from his bakery. "What's all this?" cried Hopper. "We just wanted to give you another special welcome," explained Shannon. "Sort of a little party." "I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of fun together," Ricky added. Hopper agreed. He and his new friends were sure to have many happy adventures together. The end.